86 degrees. Woo, doggy. And that's with just the S19 running, because I unplugged the S9. We're going to get into that in just a minute. All right. Oh. Silence is golden. First time in months. Look at how dirty that is. First time in months that machine's been turned off. Whew. Spring has sprung. And unless I'm going to start figuring out a way to funnel this heat out, I definitely do not need to heat my house with these. Okay, so here's the straight skinny. All right, first of all, I have a plan. All right, the halving just happened, the Bitcoin halving, and all the blockchain rewards have been cut in half. If you don't know what that's all about, this video isn't about that. But the blockchain has been cut, or the rewards have been cut in half. So I'll just kind of make it simple math. If I was making $20 a day previously, before the halving, now I'm making 10. So here's the thing. Bitcoin has dropped in price to like 61 something, I think, something like that. These machines, well, I won't talk about this yet, but this machine here, the S9, it's an old, antiquated, not very efficient machine. That would only make sense, or only made sense, for two reasons. Well, lots of reasons. One was to learn how to mine Bitcoin, but the biggest thing was to... Oh. Woo! Accidentally did that. But anyway, to heat the house, and it did a fabulous job. I was amazing how good of a job these two miners did heating a house, especially this S9, because it wasn't very efficient, put out a lot of heat. A lot more heat, actually, than the S19K Pro. So, all right. Bitcoin's down to 61 after the halving. Okay, that's important. Because pre-halving, okay, this machine here only made sense to run, other than heating the house, when it was at $50,000. Bitcoin, pre-halving, $50,000. Yeah. This one here is a lot more efficient, and even today, it's, you know, I believe it's, I haven't done the math, but I believe it's losing probably about 6 or 7 cents a day operating it at current Bitcoin prices, which, you know, fluctuates. So it goes from being profitable to not being profitable, but when it's not profitable, it's only not profitable by pennies a day. And if you're heating your house, then you're still golden. And I'm no longer heating my house, so I'm no longer still golden. So anyway, here's the plan. I'm shutting these two miners off, these Bitcoin miners off. I'm going to remove the fans on both of them. I'm going to blow them out. Now, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see this. I'm pretty sure you can see this. I got 4 cats. Okay, and you can see the hairs that are stuck. This is the outgoing fan. You can see the cat hairs that are stuck to the screen. What's that tell you? Well, it should tell you that there's undoubtedly a bunch of cat hairs inside of this machine. That's not good. So I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to blow them out, vacuum. I'm going to do everything I can do to make that work. And basic maintenance, which needed to happen anyway. In fact, the funny thing is, had there not been a halving coming, I would have shut this off a while back and did the maintenance. But I was running bad out of hell, making as much Bitcoin as I could pre-halving. I just was. And I make no excuses for that. I mean, greed gets the best of me. All right, now listen, I still have... Oh, let me get down. My old bones are creaking. I still have the KSO Pros up and running. However, this one here no longer belongs to me, although I am currently mining with it. It's a crazy story, and I should probably do a separate video on it. But I knew a guy who wanted to get into mining, and the KSO Pros really are, in my opinion, the single best way to get into mining. because they're automatically profitable. And even today, the price of KASPA is in the shitter, but it's still profitable. Not crazy profitable, but still profitable. I think this makes about, now these are making about $30 a month, so I'm looking at $60 a month for the two. Anyway, so my buddy wanted to get into mining, and long story short, he bought himself a new badass Jeep, a Mojave, super sweet Jeep, and instead of trading in his car or selling his car, we were talking and stuff, and I kind of, I wouldn't mind having that. A sweet little car you got. And he goes, I'll just give it to you. I'm like, I can't let you give me a car. And I said to him, I'll tell you what, because I knew he wanted to get a KSO Pro, but you can't get them. ICERIVER sold out. You can get them at a crazy price from a reseller, but that doesn't make any sense to do that. But ICERIVER I messaged them a few weeks back. I'm like, look, when are you going to have machines available? And they're, I don't know, Chinese. What are you going to do? So I said to my buddy, I said, hey, how about I give you one of my KSO Pros? Trade you for the car. I mean, you want to give it to me. I'm not going to just let you give it to me. But trade you one of my KSO Pros. That way you can get into mining, and it's a win-win for both of us. So that's what I did. Now he's got some remodeling, he's doing whatever. Anyway, he told me, he goes, just keep using the KSO Pro, keep mining with it, and I'll get it in a couple weeks, and we can set it up and get it running. So he's gonna love it. I will tell you right now, if you can get your hands on one of these little miners. And by the way, you notice how quiet it is? Yeah. It's damn near silent. It's damn near. Unlike those Bitcoin miners that screaming banshees, it's almost silent. It's kind of crazy. It's weird. My blower from the furnace is making more noise. By the way, my furnace, as far as heating goes, never came on all winter. And that's huge, because I had to factor that into how much money I was making from crypto, because that was huge. And it just I can't even tell you next winter, depending. I mean, if crypto, I mean, look, here's what I know. Okay, I'm just going to keep it real with you. The only thing that worries me about crypto is the United States government. Yeah. The United States government right now seemingly is in bed with the big banks. And I can tell you, once you get into crypto, you realize that the banks have been really screwing you over. A good example is when I bought that S19K Pro, $2,030. Okay, I didn't have enough, because you could only use either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or direct wire transfer from a bank. That's it. They didn't take cards, no debit cards, no credit cards, none of that. So I go to Key Bank, and I had them send the money to ASIC Marketplace, I believe it was. I think they were out of Shanghai or something like that. Anyway, they charged me $200 and some to do the wire transfer, and let me see, it took 3 days. Now, fast forward, I built up a bag of Bitcoin. Fast forward to buying these, because I wanted to reinvest my profit. I wanted to take profits, and I wanted to reinvest, which is what I did. Both of these machines were paid for by crypto that I made from running these. I mean, it was just, to me, it was a no-brainer. So I paid ICERIVER with Bitcoin, and it took 13 minutes, and the fee was $5. I'm not kidding you. And that was, $425 shipped to my door. $5 fee. 13 minutes in processing. You realize that the world is changing. Well, the banks realize it too, and they don't want the world to change. The big banks, the banksters, they like it just the way it is. They've got this fiefdom down pat. They can do whatever they want to do. Well, a good example is Jamie Dimon, who is with oh my God, my brain just shut down on me. Chase, I think. or no, JP Morgan. Okay, so Jamie Dimon was manipulating I want to say the silver or gold market, maybe both. I don't know. He made a whole lot of money, but they fined him. He never had to go to jail over it. They fined him about 10%. I guess that was the government's take. Okay, the people that they got screwed. You know, they got screwed. That's just the way it was. The government made money. J.P. Morgan Chase made money. Everybody made money except for the peasants. The peasantry got screwed by the big banks, as always. Now you've got Elizabeth Warren right now, who is undoubtedly the biggest. Well, it's hard to say who the biggest whore is in government, but she's definitely in the top 3. Elizabeth Warren, who is, you know, these leftist Democrats pretend to be this, that, and the other. In reality, she's just making herself rich. That's what she's doing. So she's in bed with the big banks, and she's trying to push legislation to screw over crypto. And, you know, she's got a very powerful position in government, in the, I think, the banking sector. And yeah, as a senator, she's got a lot of sway. And of course, I don't want to make this all about politics, but anyway, banksters, screw them. But I am worried that the government may screw us. I am worried about that. And so, yeah, when you see Gary Gensler, who's the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, when you see people like that, literally looking like they're waging a war on crypto, it makes you think. It just does. Now, if you don't think for a second that the government can screw you in a heartbeat, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you a little something about me. I own a lot of coal. And when I say I own a lot of coal, I own a lot of coal. Okay? At one time, just on my coal assets, I was worth several millions of dollars. Well, unfortunately, Barack Obama and his administration started waging a war on coal. And things, a lot of times it's all about, it's all about timing and multiple issues. So for example, they could never have done to coal what they did to coal had they not had this technology fracking that they embraced. It gave us basically a sea of natural gas. They were able to use natural gas to ruin coal, to destroy coal. That's what happened. I mean, literally. And they used the power of government and regulations to destroy the industry. So, for example, if you owned a power plant, number one user of coal in this country was power plants. They generate electricity with coal. And there's still a fair amount generated with coal, but nothing like it used to be. Nothing like it used to be. So, but they used the power of regulation and government to make it so expensive for electrical utility companies to use coal that they all started going to gas. I mean, you had to. You didn't really have any choice if you were going to survive. And I remember it was either Obama or Biden. They've both said this at one point. Basically they're like, you can build new coal-burning power plants if you want, but we're going to bankrupt you. And it was honesty from them that you rarely ever see. So anyway, why am I telling you all this? Well, first of all, I still have all the coal. It's just not worth anything. And yeah, because of government. So I do worry about the government's regulatory issues when it comes to crypto. I do worry about some of the things that I'm seeing happening in crypto, and yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Well, our government's pushing a lot of the industry overseas. They're pushing it out of the country and giving it to everyone else, especially China. And now I don't know. You can have your theories on why that is if you want. But it's never been lost on me that you don't give people diamonds the size of racquetballs as gifts for nothing. They're not a gift. They're not. So when you talk about Hunter Biden, why would they do that? Same reason that Burisma gave the Bidens millions and millions of dollars. That has been paid back handsomely. Think about it. You're a Ukrainian energy company and you give the you know, you give a powerful family a bunch of money and for doing literally nothing, you're going to get something in return for it. Look how many hundreds of billions of dollars we have sent Ukraine. All of that's one giant laundromat over there. Everybody's getting paid. Except for the United States taxpayers, we're getting screwed. As usual. Anyway, listen, I'm already over 15 minutes. If you're still with me, I appreciate it. So I am going to do a different video on taking these fans off and how I do the maintenance as far as blowing them out. I've watched a ton of videos. I've never done it before. I've watched a ton of videos on how to do it. So they'll be nice and clean. I don't know when they're going to get turned back on. I have a feeling the S9 probably won't until next winter when I need the heat. The S19K Pro probably will be turned back on as soon as Bitcoin gets back up. But it needs to be over $100,000 to make it worth it. Yeah, $100,000 Bitcoin is what I need for the S19K Pro to be profitable in any significant way. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. At 61,000 right now. I don't know how low it's going to dip. I guess that's probably going to have a lot to do with what all the government's doing. Yeah. But for right now, the KSO Pros are making me money, and very quietly doing that, I might add. I love it. They got two little fans on them, but they just don't make a whole lot in the way of noise. Oh, I need about 10 of these. I need about 10 of these. ICERIVER, get your act together. All right, everybody take care. See ya.